Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Tuba. I am the founder, owner, and lead consultant in Ontime Training and Consultancy Services. So we are back again with another PfMP success story of ours. And this time we are going to share the success story, lessons learned, and the inspirational journey of our very esteemed and senior delegate, Noman 𝗔𝗍𝗍𝗏. So he's going to speak about his journey, his struggles, and his inspiration behind becoming PfMP certified as well as PMI-PPP certified. Before that, a very brief introduction about the company itself, the On-Time Training and Consultancy Services. So On-Time Training and Consultancy Services that we usually term as OTTC is a professional training and management consultancy where we provide the training and support for project program and portfolio management and governance. We are primarily the followers of PMI standard and mindset. And using that, we had the delegates at a global level for their project program and portfolio management journey. And on top of that, we also provide the support for PMO, consultancy and career counseling, advisory, interview preparation support, and all. So we offer the training and support for different credentials like PMP, PgMP, PfMP, RMP, PPA, and governance credentials as well, like 𝗔𝗯𝗍𝗃𝗲. So if you are, questioning for anything like this and you need our support, feel free to reach out. So yeah, let's move to the conversation and let's start our discussion with Noman 𝗔𝗍𝗍𝗏. Assalamu alaikum, Noman sir. How are you doing today?
Walaikum assalam ji. Thank you very much. I'm very good. Alhamdulillah.
First of all, I am very grateful to you that you took out time from your busy schedule and you showed your consent to be part of this session. I'm very, very much grateful, and I'm definitely very sure about it that people are going to get like some inspiration from your journey, as well as they are going to take away some useful knowledge from this session. A brief introduction about yourself, Noman sir, and then we are going to begin the conversation about PfMP journey.
Okay. So my name is Dr. Noman 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗍𝗏𝗏, and I am CEO of 𝗚cie Global Solutions Private Limited, and by the name 𝗚cie stands for Systems Integration, and we have 6 different verticals doing different things from application to consultancy to port-related activity, including software, hardware, and other things, cybersecurity, and e-commerce, along with document management solution, and so on and so forth. So basically, we have office in Pakistan, UAE, US, UK, and recently just started in Canada. And we have a lot of success stories with us, which we will share during my journey. And that's all from my side. And we have done about 600 projects globally.
Oh, nice. Yes. Thank you so much, Noman sir, for your fantastic introduction. And I'm already very much impressed that you are working at the most senior position in your organization, being a C-level already. What benefits do you see becoming a PfMP certified, or what motivated you to go for it?
So, first of all, it's a pleasure to celebrate success of PMP, PgMP, and PfMP professionals and individuals who have chosen not just to grow in their careers, but to lead, transform, and deliver real impact. That's what the essence of this all 3 certifications. And in today's world, certifications carry value. It has a meaning to it, and it depends what your vision is. So mine was a multifaceted vision, and based on that, I do not need to do these certifications, but I did that just for the sake of learning, to transform my experience into the structured knowledge areas, and to see how these knowledge areas benefit not only the company, yourself, and others. And these are truly global trust indicators also, that you are mastering your work, you are increasing efficiency, you are delivering project on time. And for those who who are in their mid careers or just started their careers, it's global data that 16% raise you get about after doing your PMP certification, and they earn more as compared to others. Plus, this is in these days, most of the terminologies that are used are in the boardroom is basically derived from these certifications. So, and then and essentially, people who are certified in these in PMP, PgMP, and PfMP are more likely to deliver projects successfully. So, well, for me, it's an honor because I believe that I'm the only CEO in Pakistan to have all these three certifications. And globally, I think there are around 300 people who are certified in these three certifications.
Yes.
So, and we have delivered so many other projects locally. It's like Safe City and other whole lot of other projects, port related and outside Pakistan. Also, we are the only Pakistani consultant to deliver Safe City consultancy within Pakistan and outside Pakistan. So that's an honor for us as well, and for the company and for my team who have done a wonderful job while performing and delivering state-of-the-art solutions to the communities and the cities.
Wonderful. So, Noman sir, you feel that the work that you do in your official role, as well as like the different other roles that you perform in a mentoring and coaching and consultancy and different other areas, because you are into a lot of things in parallel, you feel that these credentials, is more specifically PfMP in general, the different other PMI credentials that you have, are going to be helpful, and you will be in a better position to run this strategy, optimize the prioritization and the right portfolio of projects and different programs and operations in the organization. Because this is why we do this. This is why we learn all of this, so that we are a better person and a professional to the community and to our organization and to the people around us. Okay, so taking the conversation forward, you are a PPP certified. You mentioned that yourself that you have done not only PfMP, but PMP plus PgMP plus PfMP, and in an order as well, like first PMP, then PgMP, and then PfMP. And you are based in Pakistan. I am also based in Pakistan. And we know that in Pakistan, like if you particularly talk about the audience of our country, this awareness is not there, that how like you can take the most benefit from these credentials and why it is useful. Is even at a very senior and executive level, like delegates do not really understand the strength and the usefulness of learning the global best practices and aligning your own practices to them, so that your work and optimizations and resource utilization and different other aspects are better and effectively managed. So what benefit do you see becoming a PPP certified particularly? And you did that like in a very short span of time. I think within an year or so, like all these three credentials were done, right?
More than 15 months.
Yeah, so please share your journey in that regard. And one other thing that people usually like an answer on is there a particular benefit to do these three credentials in an order, like first PMP, then PGMP, and then PfMP? So maybe like your thought about that as well.
My objectives were different. But before I move on to my objectives, I'll let you know that, I lived the portfolio mindset, to begin with. Long before I applied, I was already, handling programs that balanced conflicting priorities, stakeholders, and value realization. That's the key for any, such certifications. And secondly, I study not to pass, but to align. I deeply internalized PMI's, knowledge areas, standards, and more importantly, I reverse mapped my experience, and did reverse engineering to apply all those terminologies into my system and into my portfolio. So that really helped me a lot. And I trusted my strategic instincts. I always believe in my vision and instincts, and I take my time and then I apply them on myself first because I want to set an example that obviously if I am doing it and it gives courage to others within my team and outside also. Idea is to inspire others to join this portfolio, and I thought that this portfolio is not getting its due recognition in Pakistan. And that is why this was my thought to get into it. And I approached each question with real world examples, what created the most value, what aligns with business strategy, what project holders expect out of it, how to combine, collaborate, and get things done. We have some difficult projects within Pakistan, outside Pakistan, managing the same simultaneously, multitasking, and overlapping activities, and to see, to set priorities were the key reasons, and the other reason that I did was is also to test my brain as well, because normally we are not testing our brains. I mean, in the sense of acquiring and recovering knowledge from our own CPU. So I just tested myself, and I always test. I do 4 or 5 certifications in a year, in different knowledge areas, depending upon what excites me and what is needed for my company and above all for my nation. So to see, because I see project management has not been taken very seriously in this part of the world, and its importance. It is not been practiced in its true sense, and that's what inspired me to do these 3 certifications. Although these are very challenging certifications, it's not very easy to do all three together. And I did step by step. And why I did, because they are all interrelated activities. So the PMP is just basic to start with, the knowledge areas, and then how to align, and then the WPS and so on and so forth. So then the program management, of course, is just managing multiple programs, and then finally the portfolio. So it took me some time. Why? Because obviously I have work, I have travel, I have other business activities. But I structured my studies wherever I am. So wherever I was at that time, and tried to cover the bases, and also did practice questions and applied those knowledge areas practically. So experience, people don't realize the true essence of experience. So when you are experienced, I think 25 to 30% you you already know. It's just that you don't know how to apply it. So when you do this, so it's just like an alignment. For example, you do MBA, you do certain courses of management. Already you must be doing certain management practices already. You are not realizing they are actually that's there. So you combine the two, and it helps you to grow more mentally. Your potential grows phenomenally, and you thrive in the world and otherwise also.
I totally
So, and these 3 certifications have a real world relevance for me.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you very much for this detailed, guidance, Noman sir. And of course, whatever you said is 100% true. So taking the conversation forward, I mean, in a slightly different aspect, because we do have mixed audience in this event. Like some are already PfMP certified, some are thinking to go for it, and some are probably actively preparing for PfMP, and they want to learn from you that what did you do that worked for you, and probably we can take out like some useful lessons from that to formulate our own study plan and study journey. So maybe people would like to know that how much time did you actively take to prepare for it in your position, and maybe 2 months, 1 month, or maybe like whatever time. And what was your pattern to practice it, to learn it, right? So yes, anything that you would like to add in that regard about the preparation, particularly for PfMP?
Well, if I give that tip, then they have to consult me separately on a lighter note.
Yeah.
Look, there is no easy way out. Okay, it's always you. I mean, it all depends. First of all, you have to identify what works for you. How would you like to approach any tough exam like this? Requires hard work and passion, perseverance, and ability to adapt yourself under pressure. Because this is a 4-hour long journey, 4-hour long exam, and it's very tiring at times because you have to concentrate every second to check and do things. But before that, the study plan depends on the person. I will share mine, but it doesn't. Not necessarily it will be something more. It may not resonate with you, or it may resonate with you. It depends. But I think approximately I spent like 300 hours for one exam, approximately, give or take. So, but then I took help from you in the sense that you gave me some good ideas, good questions on how to approach the methodology. So that saved my time for PgMP and PfMP. But and the timetable was there, videos were there, questions were there, knowledge areas were there, lectures were there. All you need to do is to listen. But at my level, it's very different from a person who's just entering the market, who's just a graduate or in a mid-level role in their careers. But like I said, I take exams every year, so I do it for the sake of getting knowledge. Everyone has their own way of looking things. So mine is very, very different, but my idea is to lead from the front. And I have personally felt that this area, especially less, like I said before, in Pakistan, my company is not adopted in its true spirits. And that is why, the real essence, the real value, the efficiency, the strategic alignment, the governance and clarity under pressure in a project comes from learning these objectives. And it is very, very important that when you are studying, you try and apply in your jobs. That truly helps. So my strategy was that I wanted to test my own knowledge. So what I did is that I did the practice test questions first to see how much I can do, how much I know out of it. So that's like I told you in the beginning that I could do 35 to 40% on my own because of my previous experiences and practicing project management and governance and other areas. So yes, that was a benefit to me. But there are times when in my case, and then PfMP, I had to take a second attempt, and I was overconfident maybe after doing PMP and PgMP easily. Not easily, of course, but in my first attempt. So getting to the exam part, your knowledge, yes, three, 4 tips that I would like to give is that each knowledge area you have to pass. First of all, you need to understand that. It's not that there are whatever number of questions, so you get 70% and you will pass. Number one. Number two is that you have to go through each area and have and see what is the essence. Every topic has its own heart. So in every topic, the heart you have to pick and make sure that you learn it. Learn it, adopt it, implement it. The moment you will implement, it makes life simpler. No matter how difficult the question is, and in these exams, it's all more related to sense and sensibility. Because the questions are tricky, but if you know the terminologies and if you remember the examples and if you implemented it, it becomes easier for you to answer the questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for these useful tips. And you are absolutely right. One other thing that I would like to add on top of what Noman Sahab said, that the exam questions are asked in a way that they are not going to test a single topic in a single question. So for instance, a question, a particular exam scenario is not going to be only about governance. They are going to test your knowledge of governance model along with the strategic understanding, as well as how the strategy and governance are going to be applied to manage the performance of the portfolio. So the different topics, the different processes, and the different tools, techniques for portfolio management as recommended by PMI are tested in a way that they check your integrated knowledge, your consolidated understanding of portfolio management, the PMI way. And Noman Sahab is absolutely right about it, that no matter how much you are experienced in the industry, which is very, very useful and very much recommended, and it's like part of the eligibility criteria as well. But a PMI at the very same time also expect that you have come prepared in the exam by mapping your experience to the PMI mindset, and you have bridged those gaps in between as well, because it's always there. No matter how esteemed professional you are or how many number of years of experience you have, there's always a gap between best practices as well as what we do or how we apply the different practices in the organization and in practical world. So this is exactly the main objective
No,
of
these credentials matter because the world is changing.
exactly.
Complexity is the new norm. Success isn't just about effort. It's about strategic alignment, governance, and clarity under pressure.
Correct.
I have seen this firsthand because we have managed digital infrastructure projects, worked with governments, worked with multinationals, worked with private sector, worked with international clients, building data centers, and consulting on national IT policies. Those are high stakes environment where PMP, PgMP, and PfMP always gives you the edge for sure.
100%. And at the very same time, you get to understand, like Noman Sahab said, that what really is changing when it comes to, managing a whole department or a whole company. Like what are the different new things or evolution in this regard, right? And where we need to upgrade ourselves, where we need to change our thought process, where we need to include agility, right? What is the new way of thinking about different type of optimizations, like resource optimization, budget optimizations, operational effectiveness and things. And at times we are just like so much in our comfort zone, and we do not want to get out of it, and these credentials actually give you that disclaimer that now is the time to start thinking like a different in a different direction or in a different way. So Noman Sahab, maybe some of the delegates and some of the professionals in this in this event may also want to know that how did you really organize your exam, like those 4 hours in the exam about pressure handling and time management and attempting the exam, as in, because this is a difficult exam, this is not an easy exam, and even for senior and experienced professionals, it's not an easy one if they are not rightly prepared for it, as well as if they have not rightly made up their mind for it. So how did you go about it?
Just like we started in the beginning, that every person to person, it varies. But if you are in a senior leadership position, handling complexity and different initiatives, working on multitasking, aligning them, the PfMP is already in your genes, or you can say in your DNA, because you can't do without it. It's just that you don't know the terminology, the exact things, and once you align them into your system, you backtrack it, reverse engineer it, and then apply those, you start learning the benefits of it. You see, just like I said earlier, I'm repeating it again and again because so that the audience understands it. I did it not to make it a point or to earn more. I did it for the sake of learning knowledge and to increase my own efficiency and then create a benchmark for my company. So now we almost have 5 PMPs in our company. So the team automatically followed. And why they followed, they found that it has its own value. And then what we are now doing is to expand this to other areas and to share our knowledge with others. And for that reason, if anyone who has these questions and have issues and challenges, you are already there, and I am also available to help young talent, people who intend to give exams, people who need mentoring. So, they can reach me out at info@sigbl.com, info@sigbl.com.
Noman sir, you may leave that in the comment area as well so that people may reach out.
Yes, but you see, you just need to structure your story into exam story. So it's just like what you're practicing, just implement those into the knowledge areas. And yes, for me, it was relatively easy because maybe I had the confidence because I give exams every year, different knowledge areas and different certifications. But coming back to this, certification validates you internationally, locally, and otherwise, and your chances of success is relatively higher than others, because in this area there are very few people who are mastering it. Correct. And still in our country there is a lot of scope, because most of our projects are delayed for one reason or the other. But if you have an experienced person who's managing it, the chances are less.
You are absolutely right. And thank you for sharing this useful tip, and as well as the different other insights. So those delegates who are in this event, and they are like new to PfMP, or maybe they are aspiring to go for it, they are curious to know more about it. There is a whole process involved to earn this. It's not only exam. But before the exam, there is a very comprehensive, detailed application process involved as well. And the application process is nothing but like to prove your eligibility to go for this credential and to sit in the exam and to pass it and to earn the badge. So application process is also not an easy step in case of PfMP. The very same way as Noman explained, that exam is a very typical one. So is the application and its approval and its the overall step-by-step process. So application actually is a process of ensuring and proving your eligibility, your professional eligibility to to go for it. And for the PfMP, the eligibility criteria says that you need to have at least 8 years of overall business experience, with particularly more focused 4 years of portfolio management experience, as well as like you need to have a 4 years of professional degree. And if you don't have a 4 years of professional degree, still you can go for it. But in that case, you need to prove a 7 years of portfolio management experience with your high school diploma certificate or any associate degree. So this is like the criteria.
I agree with you. Writing an application is also a test.
It's a test.
So, and that shows that how difficult this exam is, because even the application has its own criteria, methodology, experience, how did you handle projects, and then cross-referencing them, and then the benchmarking, and of course, interconnecting the whole cycle of project management in a way that it shows that you have the capability to even appear for the exam.
Yes.
And even with the C-level experience that I have, I treated each exam with respect. You have to study the standard examination content. You have to see the content very deeply. You have to use scenario-based practice exams to understand PMI's mindset.
Absolutely. And if I particularly
and then you have to focus on strategic alignment, governance, performance management, the 3 critical domains for PfMP. But although there are other knowledge areas for PgMP and PMP, but obviously PfMP for me was the most difficult.
Hmm.
That is why I'm reiterating more about PfMP.
Yes, and Noman sir, if you would like to share your experience with respect to the application process, particularly for PfMP, what really you went through when the experiences were being written. Of course, I helped you in that, and I guided you the right way. But maybe anything that you would like to share with respect to that process, particularly because people are very much they struggle, and they are very worried about that process. So whatever you would like to add in that regard.
Oh, you see, I lived the role before I studied it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So as CEO, I'm looking at national level, international level, the trends, the challenges. Plus, obviously, we spend very less time on researching and finding our path. So with everything that I do, I take enough time for my vision, and I see how passionate I am for this. So the journey begins within yourself. It's not something that anyone can do it. I mean, it has to have certain challenge for you. If there is no challenge, and then you become stagnant. So stagnancy you have to remove from your system, and you have to grow with age, because people think that changing jobs, getting a raise is the answer to the question of success. The answer is no. You have to go through the process, not only in terms of experience, but also in terms of education, in terms of working with leaders. Now we have the best possible information available on the internet. You have the experiences and of different projects. You also could also analyze why projects fail, because there are so many different examples, scenarios or if you play a game or you read a book, or if you read a book or you see a movie based on true events, all three are same, but the explanation, it all depends which explanation attracts the audience and which message is absorbed by the viewer. So if you do that, then you will understand how to handle risk, value proposition, value realization, governance. It's very important in the whole cycle. So with that, I think I've given my 2 cents on it. But again, if anybody needs any help, I'm very much there to help.
Yeah, absolutely, and you are right. In the application, actually, PMI wants you to map your real life experiences in a way that PMI mindset is utilized to represent that, right? This is the actually tip about application. If you are going to write the PfMP application only with the project management mindset, then that is going to be rejected. If you are going to write the PfMP application without the mention of value realization or how the different projects and programs are adding value in a way that the portfolio
so in this area, you have very good experience, because what experience I had with you was that you have very professional methodology of helping students and helping people reaching that point first. The first point is the application. So yes, and I think very few people in Pakistan can do this.
Yeah, you are right about it. And actually, at a global scale, people are not really well versed in writing these experiences in a way that fulfills the PMI expectation. So make sure that when you plan to go for it, you are pretty much ready to write the application in a way that PMI accepts it, or maybe you hire someone, an expert or someone who is in a position to understand your experience and map it, convert it in the way which is going to be like approved by the authority. So that is like one thing about it. One other thing, like after your application is approved, you will have like complete 1 year to prepare for the exam and to sit in it and pass it. And with that, you will earn your credential. So primarily there are two parts to the credential, the application as well as the exam. Within the exam, one very solid tip that I, being the mentor of PfMP and different other credentials, I would like to give is to learn with the right practice, like, or by applying the knowledge and the skill set in different scenarios, because this is exactly how the exam is going to test you as well, right? And in that capacity, having the right set of mock exams or practice exams is very, very essential. So Noman sir also mentioned in his conversation that he learned the very same way by practicing different mocks and exams. So Noman sir, did you only practice the exams, the different sets of exams I provided to you, or did you go for like different other sources as well?
No, I just used your the data that you gave it to me, but I practiced on other portals also, but it was very rare. I mean, whatever is available on different channels, I just watched it for the sake of it. Just like I said before, I even started, I just tested my abilities of how much I know. And that's where I know, okay, why I said this was because you then know what are the weaker areas within a component. Let's suppose if you have 6 components and you know that in each area, this is the area, identifying those areas is the key. And then secondly, you should know that this is the heart of the content itself. So, while you're preparing, you align, you are using your methodologies into preparation also.
I understand. Yes, exactly. And you agree with me that practice is the right way of learning the PMI mindset and mapping your current knowledge as well as like whatever you learn from different books and here and there in the right way, right? Because exam can't be done with with the reading of standard only. Standard is a very, very useful book, but if you read the standard only maybe 3 times, 4 times, and you expect that now I'm going to sit in the exam and I will be able to pass it, then probably the answer is no. Because the application of
No, I add a few things to it, because normally when you do that, it's very dry. Yes. Because it's very scientific. So, and the terminology itself at times burns you out because you have to learn them. And then at times you have to write them and then you have to practice them again and again. So, there is a certain, again, if you have to see which hours are best suited for that. And then you mix and match with videos, some experiences, some stories, some quizzes, and in the data that you provided me in the chapter itself, it was highlighted, underlined, and it was a bold statement that this is something that is the essence. So if you can't find the essence, again you can take help and you have the material with you, and that saves you a lot of time.
Absolutely. And I mean, you are a very senior person, right? You are a very senior executive and you are running the company. So probably in your case, this question is not really valid, but probably in general, you can answer it that what is the value of having a mentor in the journey of any PMI credential, PMP or PgMP or PfMP? Do you think that having a mentor actually helps you a lot in the right way, the right direction, with the right do's and don'ts? So,
in this, because if you are busy and if you have a fast track life, you're working, you're studying, you're doing other things. So, and you want to do it faster, then this is the right way to do it, because then you have the information and the specialist. So, just like in English, we say horses for courses.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is an advice to those who are actually aiming for it, that maybe you can do it all by yourself as well, with the right material, with the right, sources and all. But a mentor actually guides you the exact right way, and they are going to tell you that what would work and what would not work as per the PMI expectation in this capacity, especially when it comes to application. Like I said, it's a very detailed and it's a difficult step as well. Okay, one question that probably would be of utter interest to you, Noman Sahab, that you probably would like to shed some light on is, because you are already running a company and you know that whenever in a company we approve something in the form of a budget or resource or something, that we are going to go for it or we are not going to go for it, this is prioritized, this is not prioritized, all of that in alignment to the organizational strategy and you know what the company actually wants to do and what is the justification viability of that investment, right? So same is the question that many delegates arise, that what is the justification of going for these credentials? Like, why do we invest in that? Why do we invest our time, our efforts, our money in that? What are we going as a return on this? Every person would have probably a different answer to this. The person to person, the answer varies, right? What is your take on it? How do you define the return on these skills?
Yeah. I got it. So these credentials change how you lead, how you feel, how you perceive, and how far you rise. So retaining this is important. Using it is important. Implementing it is also important. It's not that you just have learned it, so you will be excelling in your career. No. First of all, you need to have those credentials to be even qualified to attempt this exam. This is what we discussed. Then the second step is that how you approach your preparation and how you want to attempt those exams and how you want to achieve your target. And you don't have to give up. This is a professional exam. The best part about PMI is that those of you who have not registered, you have 3 attempts in one fee. It doesn't have to be that you have to pay the fees again. So God forbid, if in case you don't make it, you always have a second chance. And, you have the results with you, so you exactly know what went wrong. And based on that, you can prepare yourself, upskill, spend more time on those areas, work on it, test your, knowledge. And then when you're ready, you can go for the second attempt. And then, of course, God forbid, again, you can't make it, you have the third attempt. But chances are, if you look at the statistics, most of the students, they do pass the third time. So it's about perseverance again and the passion. The 2 P's with 3 P's.
Yeah, absolutely. So if the same question is asked to me, I would say that I define the return as a return or payback to the community. So as a person, as a professional, what is our contribution to our people, to the different professionals that we deal with?
Well, I'll define it in a way that, PMP gives you structure. PgMP teaches orchestration. And PfMP helps you lead from the top.
Very nice. I like it. Yeah, this is a good observation and this is a good, summarization of these skill sets. So, Noman Sahab, in the interest of time, we need to wrap up this conversation. So, in the very last, I would like to invite you for any suggestion, any advice you would like to give to the P3 community, the project program and portfolio management community. Whatever, based on your experience, you would like to share with them.
You see, just like I said, if you are wondering whether these certifications are actually worth it, so let me be very clear. These credentials, of course, makes you feel how you approach a certain aspect of a company, of a project, of a program, and your life also. And and then again, it all depends on how far you rise. Rise does not mean, again, I'm saying not materialistically, but otherwise also. Knowledge is the key. And then again in Pakistan, I mean, the tech sector, we are, growing in terms of revenue. We are already at 3.8 billion. We are entering more and more in the global arena. We are achieving more success. So we need more certified project managers, confident professionals who can lead not just tasks but transformation. So just like I said, PMP gives you structure, PgMP gives you orchestration, PfMP helps you lead from the top. So if you understand this phrase, you will understand the whole point.
Totally. And thank you very much for that, Dr. Mansab. I know your time is precious, and we are going to absolutely wrap up this conversation in exactly 1 hour time as we agreed upon. So now, in the last 10 to 15 minutes, we are going to take the audience questions if they have anything to inquire about and anything to ask from you. Or from me, that's also allowed. So I am seeing a couple of questions from the audience in the chat area already. Let's first get that answered. And if anybody has got any question, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question as well, right? So that is also a possibility. So Sagar is asking a question, and this is for you, Noman Saab, that if somebody already is PMP certified, but he is not working in a C-level position or in any top management or organizational leadership position, does the PfMP credential still benefit that person or not? This is a valid question, actually.
I gave the answer earlier in one line, but Sagar, don't just manage projects, master projects. Nice. Have strategy, have transformation. That's what PMP, PgMP, and PfMP empowers you to do. Empower gives you the power to achieve. So obviously you will achieve.
So Sagar, I can share my own story in that regard. So when I opted for it, for PfMP particularly back in the Q1 of 2021, like around 4.5 years ago, I was actually not working in a C-level or in a top management role. At that time, I was working in a senior project and program management capacity, but not really in a portfolio management capacity at that time. But still, I went for it. And because my take was that I wanted to learn this skill set. I wanted to get myself ready to work in a senior position or in a leadership role moving forward. And when I'm going to start on it, I should be in a position to lead in the right way, lead from the front, know how to manage a portfolio of projects and programs strategically to benefit the organization, to benefit the people, and in different other things, and based on the best practices. So this is another way of seeing it. At times, people are already experienced, and as experienced as Dr. Noman Saab is.
Let me give a very simple example. We all know about doctors, person who is an MBBS and a specialist. So specialist always is specialist in a certain area. But with these 3 certifications, you specializes almost all the aspects of project management. So there is no reason why you will not be successful. Again, it depends on the person and the motivation level. And again, it's not that you have acquired the certification or have passed the exam. It's like I said in the entire episode of this webinar, is that you need to live in it. You need to feel it. You need to know that these terminologies certainly are used in the boardrooms. So in future, if you want to excel, and if you already know those terminologies, you automatically grow and gel in the system. And that's very important, because if you know that, it's very easy for you to absorb the actual understanding of the whole project in itself, and or in your company.
Absolutely. And when you are going to learn it and land in a job or in a suitable position, you will be rightly equipped and ready for it, right? You will be ready to take on the role with confidence. Right? So yeah, this is other way of going about it. So Sagar, of course, you can go for it, but you need to have the right number of years of experience as well as the relevance to fulfill the eligibility criteria, which is a separate conversation. You can reach out to me or to Dr. Noman to further help you with that. But yes, if you are eligible to go for it, as per the PMI criteria, we recommend that you go for it. You don't wait on it. So we have another question from Anas. What inspired, so again, Dr. Saab, this is for you. What inspired you to pursue PfMP certification and how has it impacted in your role as a CEO? I think he has talked about it. Maybe Anas joined a little late. But like very briefly, if you want to just answer to his question. As a CEO, how are you taking the benefit of this? I mean, that was my first question, the very first question with which we started.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Before I did it, I was living it. Right. And then secondly, any certification benefits you mentally because you have the knowledge, but then it is your skill how you implement that knowledge into your own system and your own working style, and how you absorb pressure and manage it, because project management is all about handling multiple projects, creating an environment where all are done in a systematic manner, where governance, again, just I've been repeatedly saying, is the key. And above all, it does not add more hours to your workload. So you have to manage your workload accordingly. And then if you learn to manage your workload, it helps you become a successful person, an individual, and it helps you to run a company successfully.
Absolutely. We have one more question from Azra Zahid. She is asking that, have you noticed a shift in how others perceive your project and program and portfolio management skills since you getting certified? Like maybe the board of directors or different other steering committee members that you deal with on a daily basis, like how they are treating you now, since you getting certified?
Well, I think it's very much the same. I don't boast about my certifications. It's just that it's there, and then it's for my own thing. It's for my own mental health.
You don't really sell this out in the organization.
No, I don't want to, and I will not, because it's something that you enjoy. So if you enjoy, it becomes your habit. And but yes, in certain part of the world, these certifications do matter because you have the ability to talk on the subject. You have mastered it, and you are implementing it. So when you are implementing it and you are studying it, if you combine the two, you get the best out of it. So the real value, people do listen to you because you're coming from a position
Yeah.
of suggesting it or guiding it or advising it or making them understand what it is.
And I also believe that, the point is not to really market it in a way that I am this certified, that certified. The point is that your personality, your conversation, your overall body language, the way you deal with people, and
Simply it adds confidence. The moment you excel
it
at
should
any level, at any level of work or any level of success, at any level of organization, the first one is the most difficult, and then you keep on going, and then you have this what will happen. Worst case scenario is that you may not be able to make it. So what? Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Keep on trying, because professional exams are professional exams. They're not normal exams. You just don't expect to pass them without doing anything, or without working hard, or without studying.
Exactly. And people should see that confidence like in a very natural way, without you selling out the idea that I am this certified, I'm that certified. They should be seeing that as a very confident and as a very, emerging professional.
So let's resonate the statement in a normal manner. Before we started it, you said there are certain questions. So have you seen it? I said, no, I haven't, because I don't need to see it, because I already know it's a basic thing. So it gives you confidence to answer it in a manner it should be answered.
Exactly, absolutely.
Because you're talking from a point of experience, from certification level, and these certifications, again, I'm repeating it, is not something which is very easy. It is difficult. Writing an application to be eligible for it is also a gigantic task.
Absolutely. So we have a couple of more minutes remaining. If anybody has got any other question for Dr. Saab or for myself, please feel free to ask that, and you can just unmute yourself and ask your question. And if not, then we are ready to wrap up the conversation. Anybody has got any question about the Dr. Noman's PfMP journey? Okay, I think we are good. So thank you very much, Dr. Saab, for taking out time. And
but in the end, I would just like to say that project delivers outcomes, program delivers synergy, portfolio delivers vision. The path from PMP to PfMP is the evolution from execution to legacy.
Very nice. Thank you very much for this. And yes, you have created a legacy actually within Pakistan as well as at a global scale. And you already are doing a marvelous job in your organizational roles and in different other roles that you are performing. So we are already very much proud of you. And this is like just another feather to your to your crown. So thank you very much for your time, Dr. Saab. This is definitely a very helpful conversation. And thank you everyone for joining and to listen to us and to participate as well. I will be back very soon with the PfMP success story of another delegate. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Have a good night.
Thank you very much for having me. And just like I said, if anybody needs any help, you have given my email address. You can reach out to me. And wish you guys all the very best. Don't give up. Don't give up on anything. I mean, if it's your passion, you should go for it. All the very best.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Take care. Allah Hafiz, everybody.